The Hornets have been the laughingstock of the NBA for quite some time now, but I think the culture is finally shifting. As a Hornets fan, I've waited years for this. New coach, new GM, Miles is back. We got Salon, who is a very high motor player, one of the highest motors I've seen in my days of being a Hornets fan. And then the whole squad went out to Vegas to watch a Summer League team. That does not happen usually, and there was only a couple other teams that had their full team out in Vegas watching the Summer League, getting better together. Now, the first look at Tejan Salon in the Summer League, he is very, very raw. As you can see there, the step back three. Tried to go for the Jelly Fam and couldn't get it done, but in game one he had 8.7 boards on 3 of 7 shooting in 14 minutes. Not a bad stat line at all. Like we said, high energy, high motor, a lot of offensive rebounds. He had 4 offensive rebounds in 19 minutes in game 2, where he also scored 10 points and had 10 total rebounds on 4 of 8 shooting from the field. But I really like Salon. I mean, look at the run right here from the big man. He puts his hand up, gets the and one at the rim. There are 3 guys on defense ahead of him when this break begins, and he beats them all down the court for the layup. That's stuff you love to see. Here he is, jab step, getting downhill, little and one with the right hand. That's a good move there out of the corner. Like we said, extremely high energy, just running people over, getting and ones left and right. In and out, Euro with the right hand. Doesn't get it to fall, but he gets the rebound. He's a transition demon. And then here he is, knocking down the 3-ball. The 3-ball is definitely going to have to take some time to develop. But I'm starting to see the vision with why we took him with the 6th overall pick here in the NBA draft. I mean, I threw my phone across the car when it happened, but I'm not as mad anymore. 6'10 with a 7'2 wingspan, and you can see what we're trying to do with our future lineup. He also beat Reza Shea whenever they played, who was the number 1 overall pick. KJ Simpson was a bit of a redemption in the second round. I like that. But going forward, not this year, maybe next year, that could be our starting lineup. And speaking of our starting lineup, you see Miles there at the 4. We extended him on a 3-year, $75 million front-loaded contract. Heck of a deal for the Charlotte Hornets. That is perfect. A guy that averaged 21 points a game, 7.3 rebounds, 3.3 assists, and 1 steal a night last year. It's just the perfect contract for Charlotte. Some people don't like him in Charlotte. I think he's perfect. He's great inside. He's a great interior presence. Great to play alongside of LaMelo, who, if he can finally stay healthy, is just a fantastic passer. And, Melo and Miller are scorers from the outside, while Miles is definitely a downhill slasher that gets to the rim at will. So, looking forward to seeing these 3 guys play together. You also have Mark Williams, amongst other guys. Josh Green was just brought in. But, yeah, the injury-prone guys, Melo and Mark, we missed out. We had so much potential last year because LaMelo missed 60 games and still averaged 24, 8, and 5, as well as 1.8 assists, despite the fact that he couldn't really get his rhythm down, which, that explains the 43% shooting from the field, 36% from 3 on 9 attempts. No rhythm. He was just out of it. But he did have that stretch. We've talked about it a lot, where he averaged 32 over 37 minutes a game during that 9-game stretch, and one of those games was against the Boston Celtics, which we have talked about before, but I really truly think that LaMelo is about to have his breakout year. He dropped 36, 9, 8, and got an overtime dub against the Charlotte Hornets, or against the Boston Celtics, who, including the playoffs last year, lost a total of 21 games. The Hornets, I don't even think we won 21 games, but we still beat them this night in Charlotte. It was a great night, and I think Tejan Salon, Miles Bridges are going to be fantastic alongside of LaMelo because of his passing ability, because of him loving to get out and transition and run the break. And here he is just violating the NBA champs, a top 3 defense in the NBA, historically a top 5 net rated team of all time. And LaMelo is out here violating these dudes. And this is why I think Salon is going to work perfect with LaMelo. You see the run there by Brandon Miller. Melo makes it very easy. Just dunk it, and, that's 2 points. Let's get back on defense. Now here's Melo fading into the corner here on the break. Give me those. But that was a terrible shot, but it went in. Coming off the screen, little floater there over Porzingis. Not an easy shot to make at all because, of course, Porzingis is a pretty big dude. And now, this is my favorite part of LaMelo's game. Watch him roll or slow play this pick and roll here. picking apart the Celtics defense, gets Jaylen Brown on his hip, makes Porzingis choose between him and Mark Williams, and he ends up getting the floater to go. Watch him do it again. Makes Porzingis choose between the two, and then he just lobs it up to Mark Williams, who ends up with Drew Holiday on him because of the switch on the screen. You make Porzingis commit, and he did it perfectly there. Got Porzingis in the air. Easy dunk for Mark Williams. And then here, this was a big bucket to send it to OT. And then later on, in overtime, LaMelo would take over once again, getting to his spots. Got a very, very nice runner. Once again, making Porzingis commit. He doesn't commit until too late. Jaylen Brown doesn't fight through the screen very well. And it's just an easy floater. At this point in his career, that is an easy bucket. And then he snaps one of the best defenders in the NBA, goes up with the left hand over the outstretched reach of Kristaps Porzingis, who has a 7'6" wingspan. And yeah, I can't wait to watch LaMelo ball out this year. Breakout season incoming for him and Brandon Miller. 8.7 assists, 6.7 rebounds, 49% shooting from the field, 44% from three for LaMelo last year. The big knock on him is he's got one season with more than 50 games played, which, kind of hurts him. And his career shooting splits are, well, let's just be honest, very bad. Well, not very bad, but they are mediocre at best. And then you got Mark Williams, who last year averaged 13 points, 10 rebounds, and 1.1 blocks per game, plus 4 points per game from his rookie year, and plus 3 rebounds a game from his rookie year. But he missed 63 games. He only played in 19 games, but he did shoot 65% from the field and played 26 minutes a game in those games. And then, during his stretch in November, both he and LaMelo had a stretch in November where the Charlotte Hornets were actually looking like a competent team once Miles got back, where he averaged, good numbers, 14 and 11. He's a franchise piece. And this game against Washington really cemented that for me because he had 21 points, 24 rebounds, 15 offensive rebounds in 29 minutes. He got an offensive rebound for every 2 minutes that he was in that game. That is crazy work. And it's not like Daniel Gafford is a cone. Mark Williams just went off. With that being said, if you've made it 7 minutes into this video, you obviously like something, make sure to the like button and leave me a comment down below as well as hitting that subscribe button. We're trying to hit about 200 likes on today's video, so if you could help us out with that, it'd be greatly appreciated. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get back to it. Looking at the franchise guy himself, I am convinced Brandon Miller is our franchise piece. Now, LaMelo is cool and all, but I think Brandon Miller is our guy going forward. 17.3 points a game, 4.3 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 44% shooting from the field, 37% from three would be a good season for anybody. But as a rookie, come on now, and he didn't get any press because Chet and Victor Wembanyama were also 2 rookies. Now he was on Team USA Select, which is, he's out there getting better, playing against Team USA every day this summer. That's perfect for him, great for his development, and I'm hoping, like we were wrong, Hornets fans booed when we drafted Brandon Miller, definitely the right decision over Scoot. I hope we're wrong with this whole Salon pick, but this is what the starting 5 is looking like. Very solid, especially if LaMelo and Brandon take the leap we're hoping they do and Mark stays healthy. Salon, I don't think he starts. He fits in somewhere on this bench. Don't know where. Maybe he takes the Cody Martin spot at the small forward spot. But I love our backup guards. Grant Williams is good off the bench as well. Maybe another backup big. But our backup guards are deep with Micic, with Mann, Simpson, Nick Smith Jr. I love our depth this year at the guard position, which is something we have not had in the past. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to the like button and leave me a comment down below as it really helps us out in the YouTube algorithm. And with all that being said, thanks so much for watching today's video.